Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, ScottDog. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back. We're playing some F1 Manager. And we are on race day, the Azerbaijan race. And we need to figure out what our strategy is going to be. I think what we'll do, we'll play it safe with Vettel, put him on mediums, then hards. We could possibly bring the medium stint down a little bit. But this looks good for you. And then I'm intrigued about you. I think we go a new strategy. I think we do hards. What if we did softs then mediums? Or mediums then softs? Is there any way we can finish a race like that? I don't think so. I mean, no, there isn't. So what if we did hards then softs? Oops. We can squeeze this in, right? And that's what we'll do. Whoops. What's happening here? So where's the softs gone? So that wouldn't get us there. So that's a bit annoying. That would be terrible tyres for a lap. This is it, right? This is it. It's a bold move. Is it going to pay off? Shit, I didn't save it. Okay. Where's the hard tyres? There we go. And then the softs come in lap 30 odd, right? You on strategy D. Congratulations, Lance. Okay. That's all we're doing. We're gonna play it by the book. Realistically, we'll have a different strategy to everyone else. Don't know if it'll pay off or not, but don't know if our tyres will get to a reasonable temperature in the clouds. But hopefully there'll be a lot of rubber on the track by the time we get on those softs, right?
Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid.
All right, we get it. We're slow. Right, the lights are about to go out. Here we go. There they go, and we are off. I tell you what would be nice if they had an overview of what's happening at the front of the race, rather than having to do it. If it first corner is always a bit of an interesting one. It'd be nice if they had that kind of wrapped up. Stroll's dropped down into 19th. It'd be nice if we had, like the kind of the F1 presentation, that literally the only commentary you get is when something happens. It'd be nice if it was a bit more fluid. Let's jump back into to Vettel here, who is trying to squeeze up the inside and is holding his starting position. Oh no. Did we drop? Were we 16th when we started? I think we were, right? We're back down to 16th. But it's a battle at this moment in time with the Haas. I mean, we could go and try and really push the fuel and stuff, but I don't think we want to right now. We could push these tyres a little bit more because we know we've got a little bit in them.
Happy to push. Copy.
And obviously DRS isn't engaged at the moment. First couple of laps, I think it is, before they come in. Okay, that gap between Schumacher and Vettel is increased somewhat. Stroll is still in 19th place. But we are on hard tyres. Let's have a little look at what kind of position everyone else is in. No one else is on hard, so I expect us to be slower than these cars. And then hopefully we'll be the quickest car on the block when the rest are on hards. So fingers crossed that will be the way that works out. This isn't great. I think we're going to lay off these a little bit. But that being said, if we can stick within... Maybe we don't. If we can stick within 2 seconds, then...
you can stop, lift and coast.
then we can use DRS when it comes on board, right? So let's just make sure we're keeping in their coattails for now. I mean, obviously they're all going to have DRS as well, but how's Stroll doing down here? Okay, and we're right up the back side of the Haas, which is where we want, well, not necessarily where we want to be, but it will do us for now. I do wonder if I let the AI just handle the race for us, you know, other than, you know, stick to the absolute perfect pit stops and all the rest of it. If we do better, I think there's a chance that might be true. Okay, I think we can bring this down and this down now.
Okay, suggest lift and coast. Okay, copy.
And DRS is now involved. If you don't know what DRS is, I mean, I don't really know what it is, but essentially the flaps on the back of these rear wings here will open up, allowing air to pass through them and increasing, I think it increases speed, essentially, reduces drag. But you can only use it in 2 sections on this track. I think some have 3. And if you're within 2 seconds of the car in front, I think it is. So it's kind of like a speed boost, but obviously if there's a train of cars, everyone gets it. But in theory, I guess that means that train of cars should catch up to the next car that's free, that isn't getting a boost with DRS because it's not within range. So, you know, there is a benefit to it, a speed benefit to it that everyone should get if they're within a certain distance. And I think it's 2 seconds. I might be wrong, but okay. So we're in that stage where not a lot is happening. We just had to slow right up. Did something happen there? Or is it just that that's a really slow corner? It just looked like we happened to be braking because everything in front of us was braking, but that's how it works, right? Okay. So we are coming round here. Let's just jump over to Vettel's in-cockpit view. And I think we can select deploy on this and just push just a tiny little bit. See if we can get within range and push down this straight, maybe. I mean, we are slower than the Haas, so it might not pay off. And maybe just consolidating what we've got is a better option, but let's see. We do have a little bit of extra give in the tyres when we change them. So you should see, as we come around this corner, you should see, I think is within range, so you should see this flap open right up. I think it might, I'm not sure if it is open or not. Yeah, there's ours open. I'm sure his must be open as well. And then it closes up. So yeah, we obviously get a speed boost from that. I'm going to have to bring this down. I don't feel overly comfortable continuing to push. So let's bring that down. Let's jump over to Stroll, see how you're doing. You have managed to catch up, which is nice. And I guess we'll keep this in neutral for now for both of them. And what we'll do is we will speed this up a little bit. Our first pit stop for Vettel is on about lap 21 and we're on lap 4. So we'll watch it at double speed for a second and then we'll switch it over. But you know, we're 0.5 of a second behind Schumacher down here. I wish I could figure out how to get this to disappear at times. There we go. And we're 0.5 of a second behind. I can't remember what your name is at this moment in time. So yeah, this is getting bigger, as is this, so it's not looking ideal. And just for ERS, it's like putting extra energy that you generate through braking you're putting extra energy into a certain kind of area of the car. It could be increasing your speed for overtaking, or and you can choose to use it all. At the moment, what you'll see is all of these have -2s, so this will deplete it, whereas neutral keeps it as a, you use it as much as you can regain, and that's what we're doing over there. Stroll is close on this one. I like this. And Vettel, you're still not a million miles away, and I'm gonna guess. Oh no, Vettel! Can we? Oh, Vettel!
It involves Sebastian Vettel.
That is not ideal. Hopefully we're okay. Hopefully we can keep going.
Big crash. And that was a bitter blow for the team, and it may have really hurt their overall chances.
Are we still okay? We're still driving. Virtual safety car is out. What kind of condition are our... So nothing's damaged over here. So I think we get away fairly lightly on this one. Is there a benefit for coming in and pitting? We're only on lap 6. If we brought him in, put him on hard tyres, he wouldn't get to the end of the race, right? I don't think there is. For you, we could bring you in. You're on hards. We could put you on softs and then do another pit stop onto mediums. But you're already at the back. I don't think there's a benefit to that either. We don't know how long the virtual safety car is. If it was a proper safety car, I might be more tempted. But I'll be interested to see if anyone else pits. Maybe if it was a few more laps into the race, then absolutely. But is anyone on softs? Yes. So these guys may take advantage of it, I guess. So I take it that means Vettel is now well and truly at the back of the race, right? Oh no, we're still in front of Albon. Okay. Okay, let's speed this up again. And the safety car is coming in. So you can push on fuel, as can you. And I guess what we need to do is don't fight teammate. Because you're on the better tyres. We want you to be able to go past and use those tyres, right? Okay. And this is the deficit of fuel we've got. So we've got a positive amount of fuel because the safety car was out, or the virtual safety car was out, so we weren't using our full fuel. And obviously we want to use it where you really want to be at 0 at the end of the race. Because obviously if you've got more, you're heavier, and therefore you're not getting as faster laps. And if you've got less, then you're not finishing. Okay, let's try this, see if we can catch up and see if we can get close. I mean, we're not really expected to do anything here, right? I think one of the things we have, I'm guessing, because the course is the way it is, I mean, I guess you're building up a lot of ERS here because of the heavy braking, but after that, maybe here as well, but after that there isn't a huge amount of places to store up ERS, right? I'm going to go a bit more aggressive on the tyres. And let's see if we can do anything against Stroll. Here we go. There we go. He's let us pass. Thanks, Stroll. We appreciate it. And now we're trying to catch up with whoever you are. I can't remember your name. Oh, look, let's keep an eye on Vettel. We're trying to catch up. We're now into using our fuel, overusing our fuel. So we'll bring this down again. But we have closed the gap. We're on lap 8. You're also on mediums, aren't you? Yeah. Your tyre's in a slightly better place than ours, but... Okay. We're trying to make a move. Can't remember your name. What is it? But we are trying to make a move. I like that.
So DRS is enabled now.
Oh, and DRS is back. That's why we didn't have it before. I mean, obviously they're going to have it as well. But we both may be able to do something against Latifi, and then obviously Latifi may be able to come back and take it back. Stick on pushing the tyres. Didn't get a lot out there. Okay. Those two are battling. You can see some more DRS in a second. We are right up the backside. Oh, and they were in front. They were behind right at that last second, so they managed to get the DRS boost, so they've managed to pull away even further. We don't manage to make the overtake. Just a bit disappointing. Next time we get round here, I'm doing the same thing. We're going to use fuel and try and push it. Are you... Oh, we're going to try and squeeze down the inside. And Stroll is here as well. I mean, to be fair, the Williams are slower than us, right? So Stroll is going to try it as well.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Okay.
And now we're trying to get past the Williams as well. Come on, Stroll.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
But push more. Oh, we got loads of fuel. Hold on.
No saving required.
Yeah.
This is the one, right? This is the one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on softs and we're on hards, so... A little bit disappointing. A little bit disappointing that. We got 9 laps of fuel extra. You've got quite a lot as well.
You can stop lift and coast. Copy.
Just bring that down to neutral again. So our pit stop is expected on lap 20-ish. And I suspect we're going to keep kind of overtaking each other now because of DRS if we manage to get an overtake in at all. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. We're going to have another go down here. We're going for it. We've made it work.
Looks like Aston Martin have
Nice.
just gained a race.
But I'm going to
position.
guess you're right up our backside, right? And you're going to get the DRS next time round. The only thing we can hope is that Vettel can pull away from these guys. Let's get the tyres back on. Maybe not pull away based on that, but just a little bit worried that our tyres do get pretty close to the line here. Okay. And we still got a little bit of spare fuel over here. Lap 12, so we're getting close to Vettel coming in. I do wonder if there's an argument to pitting early and trying to get out in front of these cars in the pits. So when they're all pitting, we manage to get past them. And then it's a case of holding them off with hard tyres, which isn't ideal, but I'm assuming it's easier to keep a car behind you than it is to have to overtake. A long distance between us and Magnussen. Is that his name? No, Mick Schumacher. Magnussen's even longer way away. Oh God. Make it stick, Vettel. Come on. Go a little bit more aggressive on the tyres, not a lot. And not for too long. Okay, well look, let's speed this up a little bit. Just want to get our tyres back on track here. I think I'm going to bring you in early, you know. This will tell me when we enter our first window. I think we're going to bring you in early. Okay. What happened to you? You've pitted already, I guess, right? Yeah. Yeah. What did you go on to? Hards. You're going to try and make those hards work for a long time. Vettel is, oh, these have all pitted. I see. I think we pit right now, and I think we switch over to the hards. Let's leave it one more lap. Where's Vettel? You've just come round. I'm going to do a whole lap with you, and then we'll pit you on that one. Just to make sure we've got that little bit extra. What we can do is do this, though. Maybe we do. I can really push these tyres hard, right? And this.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Okay, maybe we will stay out. Oh, we lost all those places. Yeah, we're going to pit, and our plan was to put you on hards, right? So let's do that. So you're going to pit this lap, which is the next lap.
Box, box, box.
And you're not pitting for ages. So let's speed this up. Vettel's going to come out quite a way back down here again, I think. Only us and Verstappen who haven't pitted.
Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Let's get you back on this. We'll change you off this back to balanced. Vettel's come in for the pit. Let's just make sure you're...
Alpine just advanced.
We just want these on standard, right? Just to see how far we can go. And over here, your tyres are okay for now. Again, we're pushing them quite hard, but doesn't seem to make too much difference. So what have we got people on right now? Everyone's on hards. Be interesting to see if these softs make any difference in the middle of this race or not, or at the end of this race or not. Okay, well look, let's speed this up again. Don't think we did ourselves fantastic. We probably should have pitted earlier with Vettel, but... Again, there's going to be some cloud cover in the last parts of this race, which isn't ideal, but okay, tyres are still okay, fuel's good. Obviously wouldn't expect your tyres to be any kind of issue. So we've lost one position. Oh no, what's happening? We've reached the pit window, that's fine. Right, so we want to pit on the 34th lap. We'll keep going.
Car in the wall.
Oh no.
Okay.
Now we should bring you in, right? But then I'm worried that our tyres aren't going to make it. I guess we keep you out.
Virtual safety car.
I guess we keep you out because I'm not convinced our tyres are going to make it. If we swap... I mean, obviously... Oh, you know what? I'm bringing you in. Let's hope the safety car stays out a little bit longer. If that safety car stays out for a while, then that'll help us, right?
Who will be boxing this lap?
I can always save the tyres a little bit if I have to. Okay, Stroll is in. We're going to lose all of our places. Maybe come out in front of Latifi, I guess. Can't remember your name. Oh, we're going to come out in front of you either way. And Vettel is behind. Oh, you know what we want to do?
Virtual safety car is ending.
That's what we want to do, right? Okay. So we just have to see how these... Oh, God. How these tyres handle it. I guess we can conserve a bit. I don't like it. I think I've made an error here. Let's go. Oh, I'm going to have to go conserve, aren't I? I've got no choice but to go conserve. I don't know how much slower that makes us than Vettel. But I should have waited. I knew I should have waited and I didn't. That's my fault. We can at least push with these, right? Just going to harvest with this. What positions are we actually in? 16 and 17. That's not horrendous. But, you know, obviously we don't get a point unless we're in the top 10. I've just put it on here so we can see how our laps are doing. These tyres are maybe not going to make it all the way around. I may have made a terrible error. We know that their average life is like 13 laps, right? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Let's see how it goes. I've made a terrible tactical choice. I'm not convinced by it. I mean, obviously, it doesn't really matter a huge amount because there's an 8-second gap to get to Schumacher. But I just don't see how our tyres are going to last. We'll keep it on conserve and just see what happens. I mean, we've lost, what, 95 in maybe 5% in 2 laps? Eek. And I'm not convinced this gap is getting any smaller. 8.4. We'll keep an eye on it. I wonder if I allowed them both to fight, if Vettel would overtake Stroll. I bet he would. In fact, I'm going to do it because I guess the other thing is we will get DRS from it, which might well get us closer to... Okay, well, look, let's speed this up a little bit. We'll see how these two do. See if this gap is getting bigger. But maybe now with DRS, we'll steal a bit. I mean, you're going to have it as well, but these two maybe can catapult themselves closer. Okay, we are wearing our tyres.
Good, Lance. Copy. Save fuel.
Okay.
Not necessarily save fuel, just, you know,
Lift and coast will help.
feel free to...
Copy.
Oh my God. Oh God. There's a right old battle. Please don't take each other out. "10 seconds between us and Schumacher. I don't think we're closing that gap." Okay, well, look, let's speed this up again. I'm just petrified about these tyres. Less worried about these ones. These should be fine. I'm worried about these. Going on so early just meant we should have gone mediums and pushed. Right? That was my fault. 11 seconds. The gap's getting bigger. Now it only just becomes about making those tyres last. And it looks like we can do it. Look, if we look at this. It'd be nice if you could zoom in on this. But we are ahead of that line, I think. So we should be okay, but who knows? Okay, let's speed this up again. "13 seconds. Stroll and Vettel are fighting, but Verstappen's coming to lap us. Here he comes. Okay, I feel like we're in a good place. Let's go back to standard for a bit. We've had a crash on the track. Who?
You can stop.
Here's the replay.
Albon.
Now we see the Williams here.
This is what I was talking about. It'd be nice if you had some control over this.
Clearly something
Replay?
went very, very wrong there.
I mean, he was already last anyway, right? So, last few laps. Tyres look like they're okay. I mean, again, doesn't really matter because the gap is ridiculous. 17 seconds. But we might be able to push even harder on these tyres. Who'd have thought?
Push more.
Yep.
And I guess that makes sense having a safety car for 5-6 laps. Or, you know, in the 2 stints that we had the safety car. "16 seconds. Okay. Let's speed this up a little bit. Just keep an eye on that fuel consumption. Let's also just check the tyres, but I think the tyres are more or less fine right now. we're not really closing the gap. And we're never going to close it that amount. So we're probably better off just saving the tyres, really. Let's just make sure they get us to the end without... I mean, again, 23 seconds down here. There goes Vettel. Oh, 15 seconds now. I guess that means... No, you're still within range, so back up to 16. Must have just been a straight and cornering situation, right? Obviously, that gap can get smaller when people are... One person's going top speed and the other one's going around a slow section of the track. Looks like we've got plenty of fuel. Looks like your tyres are good. But yeah, another, well, not disappointing, I wouldn't say, because this is kind of what's expected, but another race where we don't really make any impact. You know, finishing here or somewhere is not, you know, anywhere near this would be massive for us. But again, it's a long season, and we've committed to improving our car long term rather than short term. So as long as the board don't do anything silly, I think we'll be okay. Okay, last couple of laps. There's Verstappen. Perez 11 seconds behind him. I guess this is where the race is, right? Sainz and Perez. But there's a reasonable gap between most. Norris has just overtaken Ocon. Yeah, this looks pretty interesting in terms of the race here. Oh, Vettel, what are you doing?
Take a look now. So this was the Aston Martin.
What are you doing, Vettel?
And there we see the crash.
I think we might be okay anyway, because of where we are and all the rest of it. I think we should be all right, but just bring these down. Penultimate lap. I don't think it's going to make any difference, really.
Virtual safety car.
Still 23 seconds
No
between
DRS.
us and whoever this is, whose name I can't remember.
Drop back a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, and I think we're just going to coast over the line on this one, right? There's nothing interesting going on at all. Not for us. This is relatively interesting. This race here. Let's see what happens over this last... I mean, there's no DRS or anything, so probably not a huge amount. The gap from us to Schumacher is 18 seconds. Not ideal. But yeah, I don't see how Ocon is going to get past Norris here. Hamilton maybe fighting Gasly is the only real. Perez and Sainz at the top there, but probably too big a gap for those for Sainz to make up. If it's going to happen, this is where it's going to happen. I think it's too far away. No DRS. Yeah, he's not going to make it stick. And there we go. Norris is across the line. Let's just jump back to... let's just jump back to Stroll and Vettel. Reasonable distance between the two. And there we go, right? Lap 51, we're coming up to the finish line. Oh, Norris has got another lap to hold off.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Interesting. Well, there we go. Let's just double speed this one over the line. But yeah, from our point of view, it's kind of what we expected, right? I mean, 17th, 18th is probably more what we expected. So being one above that is quite nice. But it's not enough, really. You know, we just need something that makes us stand out a little bit, like we're doing a good job rather than just doing what we expected. So finishing like 12th or something would be amazing. But Norris is not getting caught. He's absolutely flying. That back marker helped a little bit, but there we go. This is done and dusted. Everyone is across the line over them. Ricciardo and Schumacher, there they go. And that's it. Team look relatively content.
There from Lance Stroll. Aston Martin had a good enough weekend, but there's still some margin for improvement here.
Yeah, there is.
They've displayed some moments of quality.
Our new front wing didn't make too much difference, as we kind of knew.
To achieve great things.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
Yeah, we haven't got a point. Yeah, we know.
In Formula 1, the teams are traveling to the circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in
Oh,
Montreal.
Canada. Nice. Well, 16th and 17th in this one. Not ideal, but there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. Next week, we'll be back with the build-up to the Canadian Grand Prix, and I will see you all again soon. Thank you.